Sing ciao everybody, welcome back. You're watching Vietnam Steve and I've got a good one for you today. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about medical insurance, health insurance, how I look after myself here in the land of the rising dragon, and run you through what my health insurance details are, what the costs are, and what you might like to consider. So first things first, I've been coming to Vietnam here now for over half a decade, and I'm on a visa at the moment that requires me to leave every now and again. So in effect, I'm on a spouse visa here. I've got a wife here in Vietnam, and while that visa lasts for 5 years, and then it has to be renewed, I need to leave the country every 180 days. So the government of Vietnam has mandated that every 6 months I need to leave my wife, go outside of Vietnam, explore the world, and then I can come back again. So thank you Vietnam for that logical visa for a husband visa. That said, I'm out of here every 180 days. And so that does play into what sort of health insurance I get, what sort of health insurance coverage I have, and how it works for me. So I've got a few notes on my phone about the actual policy because it is a bit complicated. My notes are a page. The policy's about 50 pages. But I want to give you some of the salient details, not because they're any good, and I haven't had to use this policy, so I can't tell you if it's any good, but because they might resonate with some ideas that you need to think about. So what I'll do here is get my phone out of my pocket, change hands with the camera. Right, we've got that in the firm grip. Lovely view of Ha Long Bay here today. I hope you liked that video about a week ago on the broken down houses. I've come back down to the same area because they've got all the waste taken away now. I don't know what's going to go in there, but I suspect it's just going to be a garden and a park. All right. Now I just need to pause you while I find these notes, because rest assured I didn't read the 50-page policy. I got ChatGPT to answer my questions about the policy. All right, sorry for the delay there. I've had to go and look it up again. I couldn't find where I saved the details. So essentially what I have is I have a travel insurance policy through my credit card. So this allows me to book my overseas return trip from Australia, and while I'm away I'm covered for emergency health insurance, which is what I really want, including repatriation back to my home country. In my home country, I'm from Australia, and we have a medical system there that the government covers about half your costs. So if there was something critical, I'd be half covered. And I do have a small insurance policy back there, but probably not worth the paper it's written on. All right, first things first. Who's covered on my policy? So not only am I covered, but my wife and dependents are covered. So we all book our return trip using this credit card, and then the policy kicks in and we're covered. I'm covered for transport accidents. I'm covered for travel inconvenience. I'm covered for medical emergency expenses. This is what we're really after here. And I have an excess, or a deductible, as you'd like to call it in North America, of $250 per claim. So I've got to pay the first $250. It's a travel insurance policy that includes medical insurance. So we've got baggage, money, documents, travel cancellations, personal liable, purchase protection cover, refund protection. I've got to be under 80, and I've got to be paying a ticket, paying for a return ticket. In summary, it's quite a good policy. I like it because I'm already spending the money to book the airfare, and it's a supplementary benefit of the airfare. I also like it because it covers my family. And the main thing I was looking for was in the event that any self-insurance wouldn't cover me here in Vietnam, I'm able to get airlifted back to somewhere. For my risk profile, that works for me. It might not work for you. So in summary, it's an American Express card, and the insurance is provided by an insurance company called Chubb. Rest assured, I carry the policy with me in my travel backpack, and I often read it when I'm on the plane. I've rung them up and asked them questions about the policy. Particularly, was my spouse covered when we were living in Vietnam before she got her Australian visa? And no, you have to book a return ticket from your home country. That was the catch. But now we all live in Australia. It's all perfect. So, that said, and everyone's asked me 100 questions about medical insurance, just book your ticket on a credit card that includes overseas health insurance. The other catch with the health insurance was it only lasts for 180 days, but thank you, Vietnam. The government has given me, assigned me a visa that says please leave your wife and family every 180 days, and you'll be sweet to continue on this visa. So, whenever I leave the country, and most expats need to leave every 90 days anyway, I rebook my return ticket using this credit card, and we're covered again for up to 180 days. The cost of the credit card's quite expensive, but comes with one free flight credit of about $450. So I think the fee for the credit card is $450, and I get a flight credit up to $450. So I fly a lot, so I always use that. Probably is costing me money because the flight credit is with American Express, and whenever they're booking tickets, they haven't discovered how to look up a cheap ticket yet. So I can buy most tickets cheaper than American Express. I don't know why that is. They're a big company. You'd think they'd be better than me, but I managed to do it. Oh, living in heaven here. So there's a cost to the credit card. You might not like that. It includes one flight credit, not just domestic. So if I book through American Express, I can get a flight credit. I generally use that to travel to the other side of Australia to visit my father, because simply that's a large airfare in Australia. I haven't used the insurance, but I've tested it out, and of course, I've not tested it out, I've rung and asked some questions about it, and of course, I have been to the hospital plenty of times here in Vietnam, and I've just paid for it out of pocket because it was only ever a small amount. My family has, they've got some insurance here in Vietnam, which was quite cheap. We paid for it once for the year, and that covers everything when they go to hospital. A little different to Australia, where the doctors basically are working for insurance companies. Here in Vietnam, the doctors are working for the hospital. Who would have thunk it? And so you've got to pay the fee anyway before the insurance reimburses you. So the insurance company's quite slow, takes them about a week to process your claim. So you're at the exit to the hospital, you've had your treatment, They say it's $1 million dong, and then you got to pay that, and then 5 days later the insurance company sends you back the $1 million dong. So you are insured, but if you're forking out the money yourself, it sort of defeats the purpose from an Australian perspective, where when we leave the hospital deals with their overlords at the insurance company. It just depends who's punching your ticket, who's paying your salary. If you're beholden to the insurance companies, then you're going to let people go and deal with your boss at the insurance company. If you're beholden to the hospital, you'll keep them there till you've got some money to pay the hospital. I hope that's helped you. Look it up on ChatGPT. Call out the American Express Qantas Ultimate Card travel insurance from Chubb. Ask ChatGPT, is it any good? Double check anything it's telling you that I haven't told you correctly, because I think you'll find ChatGPT got it wrong, and that might be the one for you. All right, I'm ducking into the office now. Going to have myself a fin sur da and make a few phone calls. Probably give my mum a call as I usually do. Thanks for watching. Stay frosty. And after I get across this road, I'll see you in the next one. So I'm on a crosswalk, but it barely matters. The taxi's going to clean me up, but I'm just going to keep walking. All right, let's get into the office and see what's what.